And look at this. Wow. I just pulled in. I still haven't even set up camp yet. I got about an hour of daylight left. Digging trash like crazy. There was still kind of a really questionable wah, 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 wah signal. And I just kept after it, and it turned out to be a nice little flat piece of gold. 2 ounces, here we come. So here it is. Maybe because of its flat nature and shape, it sounded really freaking weird and was barely a target. But we got it. Sounds good. Came out. It wasn't on bedrock either. It's in the scoop. Sounds right. Or a small piece of lead. Ah, I see it. A little bit of rusty tin. Let's try again. We got bedrock down here, and I got some wet rusty, and we still got a signal down in here somewhere. It appears to be in this crack, whatever it is. Let's bust out the pinpointer and see if it could hear it. It's a pretty faint signal. Okay, screwdriver time. Nice little crack in bedrock. Let's see if that did it. I do see a lot of rusty color down here. It's out of the hole. It's in the scoop. Pretty mellow sound. Could that be it? Oh no. Ah, what a turd. Tiny little piece of steel in that bedrock crack. Alright, this is the last one I'm filming tonight. I'm out of daylight. Still got more wash to cover. So we got bedrock here. This is on the side of the wash, and we have some cracks here. Here, it kind of sounds like it's in here. So I'm gonna have to get to scraping, but hopefully we got gold. Oh my God. Oh my God, we did it. We did it. We did it right there. Oh my God, that's gotta be it. We got our second nugget. We got our second nugget for the evening. The skunk is beat. Look at that. Right in that bedrock crack. We did it. We had an absolutely beautiful start to the trip. This is area number 3, Jaybird Wash. We'll be resuming the nightly weigh-in. All right, here we go, guys. I snagged 2 pieces of gold today. Here's the first one. It's a little fart. I'm going to guess it's like 2 grains. 0.1 grams. And slightly bigger one. And slightly bigger one. Brings us to 0.5 gram for the day. All right. After the weigh-in, it's time to set up camp. Fortunately, tonight I don't have to make dinner because last night I had this. I was so hungry from all that hiking, I ordered 2 meals and I'm gonna eat leftovers. Shazam, there it is. Now for a couple 10 steaks, bed, food, sleep, more nuggets tomorrow. Good morning. We We had our devices charging all night. The one MindLab battery is full, so I hooked up the second one. Everything else is disconnected. The cooler ran. It's been about 10 hours. We started at 98%. Right now we're sitting at 74. Gearing up for a beautiful day of prospecting. Got all my devices charged except for my phone. For this, we're gonna pull out the Hulkman 100 and charge the phone. I'm gonna test out which ports charge faster. USB-C, regular USB, and I think this is a speed USB, so we're gonna try that out first. Plugged in. The nice thing about this, it saved me already once here in the desert. And because of its large battery capacity, it also doubles as a power bank, and we can charge devices off of this as well. Right now I'm sitting at 28%. Phone kicked on, it shows that we're charging. The Hulkman's at 83%. Phone's at 28%, and it's 8:05. I'm showing 91%. It's 9:15. And we're at 75% on the Hulkman. It looks like I charged 63% of my phone battery in an hour and 10 minutes. Time to go dig some gold. Here's my ATV, and here's the case. I got it attached. I got 2 straps on the front and 1 bungee over the top. It really stays in there good. If you guys want to see how I built this thing, check out this video right here. This wash is just covered in choya. Anywhere you kneel down, you get nailed. I got what sounds like a target, I think in a bedrock crack here. Really hoping this is my first nugget of the day. Let's see if the pinpointer picks anything up. Ooh. Recalibrate it. It was just acting funny. Oh my gosh. I got choya everywhere. Okay, it's hard to tell, but it sounds like I pulled it out of the hole. It's sounding a little erratic, but the first nugget did that too. Come on. Come on. Oh no. Tiny little piece of wire. We're finding some good indicators in the swash. I mean, that's a pretty nice looking piece of mineralized quartz, and you have some boxworks right there and there. I'm gonna have to scan that with a detector. But over here in the center rill wash, you can see we got a whole bunch of pieces of this material, and it looks pretty darn interesting. Look at that. And for whatever reason, these are piling off right here. Look at that one. That's a beautiful one right there. Now, I don't know if the gold is coming out of this ore or not, but it's something worth investigating and keeping my eyes peeled for. Tracing gold floating bedrock. Oh yeah, nugget in the scoop. Look at this. See that? Look at that right down there. Look at that beauty. That's my biggest piece in this new area. Look at that bad boy. We got gold. Woohoo! We came across a little mine or prospect here, and taking a look at the ore. This stuff's at the mouth of the adit. This is their questionable maybe pile, and even the better pieces don't look anything like that ore that I was seeing down in the wash. That to me looked more interesting. This is heavy, but it looks like we got quartz and serpentine. Who knows? Maybe it's carrying gold. We're gonna go poke in there and take a look. This is my first time venturing into this mine, so who knows what we'll see. Pretty crumbly. All right. See a lot of choya. Means we got rats. Ooh. Don't want to touch the ceiling, this stuff's so crumbly. Alright, since we got so much choya, probably don't have any big mammals. And it looks like this is just a prospect. Going in on this material here, we got quartz, some iron staining, nothing too terribly interesting. And like I said, the ore I saw in the wash was way better looking, and it definitely did not come out of here. I'm gonna say this is just a small little prospect. They didn't really hit anything, and this here mine slash prospect did not contribute those nuggets to the wash. For one, the mineralization just isn't here, and two, the gold was much too worn to have come out of this here at it. So that's it. That was an easy one. It's amazing how a little bit of traveling around the state can bring you to freezing temps to bloody hot. I'm sweating under my balls everywhere. I got a nugget. Man, I was about to give up on this hole. We got this kind of mineralized quartzite, and some of it's been singing off. I just kept chipping away at it, chipping away at it, chipping away at it. Down here in like rotten bedrock, not much of a crack, I got another nugget. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beauty. All right, we're up to 2 today. I'm gonna need to take a break, drink some water, but we got gold. Just got back from a full day of metal detecting. Got 2 little nuggets. It's nightly weighing time. Here we go, Jaybird day number 2. You can see the nuggets down here. It's weighing time. First one, 0.6, not bad, not bad. And this one's gonna be a little bit heftier. It's a bigger ball. All about the same. 1.2 grams for the day. Actually, I need some motivation. Let's see our total so far. And these are just detected. I got a little bit of gold from dry washing. Ooh, that's nice. 4.3 for sure. And then whatever's in this big specimen. So 4.3, 5.3. I bet you we got 6.3 grams. But I got some goons circling camp. We got 3 side-by-sides. They've made 2 loops already. Last ATV stopped from a distance, just sitting there, watching me with binoculars, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm going to be on my toes, and little they know that I put up a fight. Today I'm working my way from the top, down, side feeder washes, all sorts of things. Finally, 4:30, I hit my first piece of gold. I got another signal below it in bedrock. It sounds good. Let's hope it's a good one. Okay, whatever it is down in this crevice. I'm gonna see if the pinpointer can hit on it. Down there in the bottom, right there is something. Oh, come on. Stop. Moved it. Ooh, 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 oh my God. We did it. We did it. We did it. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Right freaking there. We got a nice little nugget. Oh my God. Look at that. 2 nuggets. We're on a nugget patch. We got something in this hole. It sounds pretty strong. And we're on bedrock. We just found 2 pieces, so I got my hopes up. All right, it's screaming down there. Let's see if we can pinpoint it. Ah, it's higher up. That bodes more for trash. Ah, we're pretty close to bedrock. Could be anything. Is that it? Ah. Piece of lead or something weird. No nugget. Now to weigh up some gold. Tonight's weigh-in. Right at the end of the night, we hit a new spot, which is fantastic. Here's the first one. Ooh, 0.4. It's a chunky little fart. And this one is quite a bit. This one is quite a bit larger looking, but it probably only weighs a tiny bit more. 1 gram, great start to a new spot. Guys, I tell you what, guys, pocket gold hunting is no easy task. I've been all over this country wearing my boots raw. Busted some laces, and there's not exactly much of a sole left. Look at that. Look at that chunk missing. We're flat. On my endless pursuit, I've picked up a couple little nuggets along the way, but I keep leaving these places because the gold is so rounded and worn. I feel that it's traveled a further distance, so I'm searching for that mother lode. Trouble is, here in Arizona, a lot of the gold has come out of mountains that are no longer. They've since eroded away, and what's left, you may be able to find the vein, but you won't know that it's it because the upper portion was mineralized and what's left is the lower barren section. Now this is super cool. Right over here, I picked up a rock to bust a rock. You can see I busted it, but when I picked up the rock, holy cow, look at this. There's like these blue tabular crystals on here. That one's somewhat hexagonal, but this might be some kind of calcite or I don't know what, but this is gonna weigh my pack down because I'm taking this puppy home. Now that is super cool. Look at these crystals. From a quick look around, I found another piece, and it looks like we're actually dealing with calcite. Look at this cubic shape right here. I'm pretty sure that's calcite. Here we have purples and greens. But this is a pretty darn neat crystal find. We're chasing some good looking float up this hillside. I'll show you guys in just a minute. Some of the pieces have larger crystals of quartz growing, which could potentially indicate larger gold. And I broke open a couple pieces of quartz. We got a little bit of green showing, some copper minerals present, and there's cubic galena. Right here I got a faint signal, but as you can see, it's on a freaking quartz vein. Here's another one that's pretty interesting, and it's all coming out of this ledge right here. It's pretty much in this zone. I'm digging every single whisper, hoping I get a hint of gold, and go from there. So let's dig this target. Super faint, but there's something there. Something, shoyed. You got something singing right here. Kind of sounds like rusty. That's a native piece of rusty iron that's coming out of the rock, which is also a good indicator. Whoa, there's another little stringer, quartz stringer off of this main one. Check that out, right here, here, and it continues all the way up here. So I'm gonna detect this entire zone, see if we can't come up with something. Wow. Got a little bit of black mineral showing right there. Mainly iron staining and some quartz crystals, but this is definitely a lead to chase. See if it turns into something else. Who knows, maybe this limonite here is carrying gold. Look at that, it's just wild. Shooting right above it, there's another stringer. Look at that, a little sandwich of something going on. Wow, this one's less mineralized, but it's definitely interesting. So you got 1 vein, 2 vein, 3 vein, potentially where these 3 intersect right up here could possibly be a pocket. Oh yeah, we got some rocks to bust. Check this one out. You can see some galena up here, a little dulled and gray from the weathering. I broke it apart and look at this. Wow, look at that glitter. That's fresh galena. That's pretty darn cool. So we probably got some silver up here. Let's break a couple more of these, see if we can't find anything else. You can see more galena, but I'm looking for gold. I guess we'll keep some of this to sample, see how much silver this is running. Look at this one right there. I thought we struck gold, but I'm pretty sure that's pyrite in that little limonite vug. But that's a good indicator as well. Let's take a look at some of this freaking ore I found. We're definitely gonna have to mark this spot, take some samples, crush them. We're gonna have to assay some of these. We got blue, green, some galena quartz, hematite. I mean, this stuff's looking real interesting. Oh yes, I had mentioned larger crystals. Where is it? Aha, so here you can see some host rock, and right there we have a larger quartz crystal growing within the rock. And typically, a lot of times you start seeing larger crystals in rock that are gold bearing, it could indicate larger gold is grown also. So here's a broken crystal, you can see a cross section. And then this ore piece is super interesting. And speaking of crystals, look at that weird crystal. That's just too bizarre. Check out our all new Nugget Club. The first Nugget and paydirt giveaway will be at the end of this month. For more details, check the link in the description below.